Alright, what's up guys, Chokosir here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Seed of the Week. This is number 205, and for this week we have ourselves a vanilla long seed for this week. Alright, so it is Sunday as I'm recording this video. This video is going to be posted on Friday, as the last few have been. So let's get down to it. Alright, so 9 flags for this weekly seed. Let's check them out, see what they are. First of all, we have a sprite start. We have restrictive logic as always. Vanilla shops, so we know what's where. We know what armor's in what shop. So we don't have to worry about looking for armor. Random character roles. So the boy, the girl, and the sprite, their roles could be randomized. There's a possibility it could be randomized amongst each other. Unique is not checked, so that means we could have duplicates. Speaking of the characters, all 3 characters are in the seed because we have find both characters at current level. We have the Oops All Owls flag and the But Why Owls flag turned on the seed as well. So every single normal enemy in the game, aside from funks, ghosts, and recently I learned that spider legs weren't a part of this randomization either. So aside from those 3 enemies, everything else is going to be randomized into one specific type of enemy, and they will be present in every single area, every single dungeon in the seed. What it is, we don't know. We'll have to find out once we start. We also have the Defense Refactor flag. Now this is an interesting flag that doesn't get seen too often. Basically what this flag does is it kind of, well, there's no kind of in it. It nerfs armor pretty much. So normally armor works, it works like this. So you have a certain amount of defense and enemies will attack you obviously, and if their damage doesn't get past your armor, then they do no damage. You'll always block. Or in the case of magic, you'll always take 1 damage. But the way Defense Refactor works is instead of damage being subtracted from your armor, it will be considered multiplicative. The mathematics basically say that your defense is going to be calculated in a way that you will always take some sort of damage. I can't say always, honestly. I mean, you do still have evasion in play as well if you have 3 pieces of gear, but no matter what you're wearing, it depends. If you're wearing, you know, overalls or fairy cloaks, it doesn't matter. You're going to take damage from something. So basically armor is nerfed. So we will have to be pretty careful, especially depending on what our enemy is for the C2. Last but not least, we have random status ailments set to annoying. Alright, so yeah, this should be a pretty interesting seed depending on how it's laid out. Defense Refactor is going to be a thing, of course. We have Oops All Owls being a thing this seed. We also have to deal with random character roles. We could end up with 3 boys for all we know, or 3 girls, or 3 sprites, or any mix of the 3. We don't know. We will have to find out. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, sprite start. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, starting off with the sprite at the waterfall means we get to do the skip here, if I don't mess it up, that is. We should be good. Yep, we're good. Alright, starting off with the sword. Is this even randomized? Ooh, 40 HP sprite. So sprite is himself. Okay, perfect hit rate, con, fire. Ooh, sprite start and Defense Refactor. I forgot to mention that Defense Refactor also affects the enemies, which means that more likely than not, we aren't going to be doing any damage to these enemies right now until we get some sort of strength boost. Alright, global up there. Alright, Tower Key in Northtown. Okay, we're gonna go straight to our hints. and see what our enemy is. Looks like rabites this seed. Oh yeah, we're not doing any damage, folks. Alright, Dryad seed in the Potos area. Good to know. Alright, Sylphant needed for Grand Palace. There we go. Alright, Lumina also in Northtown. Okay, Sea Hare's Tail is mid. Alright, so this early game could be a bit tough. Alright, Javelin in a volcano. Go ahead and rope out. So what I think I'm going to do is just go straight for freebies. Alright, nothing there. I want to wait till they attack first. There we go. Okay, Moogle fell behind a Lunar Orb. Go ahead and flame me on out. Yeah, so until we get like a Power Wrist or a Strength Weapon, we aren't going to be dealing any damage to these rabites. So we are just going to leave them alone for now. Alright, Kaipo. We know it's vanilla shops, so we're not going to check the shops. We know what's in them. I'm just here for the hint, honestly. Okay, Shade is late. Okay, good to know. So far, Lumina in Northtown. Tower Key also in Northtown. Shade is late. And Sylphant required for Grand Palace. Okay, we're gonna come up here and check out the hint, and then I'm most likely gonna check Girl here in a second. Okay, Earthseed and a Forgotten Land. Alright. Alright, so Earthseed on Sunken Continent somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check Girl here because right now we literally do no damage thanks to Defense Refactor. Yeah, Sprite Start Defense Refactor Siege are pretty rough early because you really don't do any damage. Okay, nothing on Girl. Whip out. So we want to grab as many freebies as we can right now and see what we can get out of them. If we can get any characters or any magic, any money, any of that would be really helpful right now. So we can actually do something. As far as the rabites are concerned, I mean, everyone who's played this game knows how rabites work. Okay, 1800 gold is nice. And Sea Hare Tail, okay. Yeah, everyone knows how rabites work. Those who played this game, that is. They'll just blindly attack you until you get them low on HP, then they start running away. They don't have any magic to speak of, so they're just your run-of-the-mill, everyday first monster that you come across in the game. Alright, check out my Tango chest, see what's here. Oh, the boy. Okay, boy in the chest with 50 HP, so the boy is also himself. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and swap here. I don't know if I want to. Let me check out these weapons first. Okay, spear, perfect hit rate, and stone. Okay, stone weapons are actually really good because we are going to be doing less damage in general. So stone weapons are really nice to have. Okay, let's get us some armor here. We're gonna go steel cap, quilted hood for now. Or quill cap rather. I'm gonna save my money here. Yeah, I can get 2 of those whatchamacallits? Fancy overalls. Yeah, I can get 2 of those right now, but I want to kind of complete my little freebies run first though, because we could come across some more money, we could come across another character, and then I can do my shopping from there. Alright, we go Santa's house. I'm most likely going to skip Ice Palace here for now. I probably shouldn't though. Okay, water seed under the sea. So that means the water seed is in a sunken city. Oh, yep, 1800 more gold. Excellent. We will take that. Alright, so let's see. Water seed under the sea. Earth seed also on sunken continent. So sunken continent has 2 seeds for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Ice Palace here. Okay, the boys should be able to do something here, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, we do 7 damage, which is better than 0. I'm not gonna bother killing him right now. Alright, Ice Palace chest is a whip orb. Okay. Go about. We head to Lighthouse and then we go to Tasnica. We're going to hit up the western half of the world since we have the Sea Hare Tail. We can turn that in on the way. And then after we get done with the western half of the world, we're going to shoot over towards Empire. It's pretty much going to be a standard freebies run here. Okay, I gotta remind myself, I am sitting on 3,600 gold right now. Or a little bit less than that. Alright, Spear Orb. I might force that, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna hit up Tasnica. And we should be able to kill this enemy that's here. I mean, it's just another rabite anyway, so it should only take a couple of hits. It's interesting that the boy and the sprite are both themselves, so could be a possibility of 2 boys and 2 sprites. Depends on what the girl's role is. There we go. Chest? Nope, no chest. Alright, Boomerang Orb on the king. Let's see what he says here. Fire Seed, late. Okay. We're not going to check the shop because it is vanilla shops, so Tasnica has a bunch of late game armor, which we obviously cannot afford. What I might do, actually, is once I get to Kakara, we can buy stuff there. Okay, Jab Orb there. We're actually gonna hit up Mandala here. And I'm thinking right now, after our freebies run, we go straight back to early game. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's see what we can learn here. Alright, total elements needed is 5. Okay, glove on an island. Interesting. Okay. Nothing there either. Nothing there either. What's this? Mech 3 is gold. Fire Final is the Midge Mallet. Okay, so Fire Palace Pedestal we don't have to worry about. It's only the Midge Mallet. The glove on an island is an interesting hint because we've already been to the Lighthouse and Turtle Island, so that only could mean that the glove is on Gold Isle. It's gotta be. We know the keys in Northtown. Okay, Sea Hare Tail is a sword orb. Okay, that's actually nice because we're gonna force that right now. And I'm probably gonna force this spear as well. Alright, Zodiac Spear and the Atma weapon. Let's see what we have here. Agility Confused, Intelligence Confused. Okay, so our spear is still int, which is good. Let's see. let's go chest guard for the sprite for now. Actually gonna save my money here. Not gonna be too greedy yet. Let's see. Midge mallets at the fire seed pedestal. We don't have to concern ourselves about that. Although I still want to check out these orbs here. Well, the first orb anyway. We can only look at the first orb right now. Alright, first orb is Lumina. Okay. Alright, we know where Lumina is. I'll mark that just a second here. There we go. We know Lumina's in Northtown. We don't know where the girl is, though. So, actually, that just told us that the girl is herself, because if that's a Lumina orb, and obviously these two don't have girl magic, the girl has to be herself. She has to be. Okay, Luna for Moon Palace. Okay. Yeah, so the girl's definitely herself. So we know the roles of all three of our characters. They're pretty much vanilla. Alright, let's shoot on over to Mara here. Let's see what she has. I'm holding off, I'm holding off getting any rings right now, because once I get to Dwarf Village, I plan on getting power wrists. And then I think about it, I probably should have got that fancy overalls for the boy. I might just go back and get it actually. But we're gonna check out Northtown first. We know Lumina's here, we know that the tower key's here. Could be free, could be on one of the bosses. Let's see, warm place. Ooh, Luna magic in a warm place. That's an interesting hint, because we know that tells us Luna's in the Fire Palace. Alright, let's be careful here. However, the Fire Palace right now is being blocked by Lumina. Okay, Whip Orb. And, okay, there's our gold key. It is possible that the glove could be free. Alright, report. Hope out. I would really like to get my hands on Luna right now. Not to mention, Luna could be required for Grand Palace. We don't know that yet, though. Okay, so we're gonna dive Northtown Ruins here. We're gonna make a play for Lumina, see if she's here. Well, we're gonna see if she's in one of the chests here. Okay, there's a glove orb. We take that. Sure, why not? Yeah, I might just have to go for the back chest, because we know Lumina is blocking the Fire Palace. However, we know where the glove is. We know the glove has to be on Gold Isle, and we have the tower key. So, if anything, I might just get into Fire Palace out of logic. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, boom up there. I kind of feel bad about checking this back chest, but we kind of want to see if Lumina is here. Not to mention, Lumina could be required for Grand Palace. We don't know. But that's the other reason why I'm trying to look for it right now. And if Illumina is in the back chest here, that means we also need to find Prim somewhere. And we know that Prim is herself. Ooh, not here. Okay, so Lumina's on one of the bosses then. That is unfortunate. Okay. Can't check sunken continent. Alright, so let's actually what we can do is check this chest on Gold Island and see if the glove is here. And also, I might forge my sword again, too. I just might. Glove? Nope. Ooh, that's another sword up there. There's a Watts down here. I mean, I'm going to Matango anyway, but we'll visit the Watts here. I'm gonna keep the spear where it is. All right, Apocalypse. Light intelligence. Yeah, we'll keep it that for now. I don't want to blow all my money just yet. All right, so what we're gonna do is head on back to early game. I'm gonna stop by Matango and grab some fancy overalls for the boy real quick, and I'll have him sit on those for a while. I mean, I could have got him golden vest, yeah, but that's a big chunk of money right now. All right, so we're gonna grab these. Let's see. I'm probably going to go ruins first. Makes the most sense. And I honestly might just do an early game clear, or clear as much of early game as I can. I mean, we don't have the axe or the whip yet though. I'll drop a save since we haven't saved yet. And I'm probably going to be killing off a couple of monsters here just to level up my sword. Yeah, so we're going to take some fights right here. There we go. Very nice. Sword level 2. Yeah, we can take this, sure, why not? Alright, that's a trap. Unfortunate. Alright, spear level 2. 200 bucks. Hit that. Thank you. Alright, sword level 3, we're good. Let's go. Alright, so we are level 2. There's a world where I could have went Dwarf Village first for the Power Wrist, but that's okay. I mean, we do have a level 3 sword and a level 2 spear, respectively, so we should have enough damage to kill whatever's here, hopefully. Okay, Mech Rider. Yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, we're good. Alright, 65. There we go. Yeah, I figure if I just charge my sword to level 3, we can kill him quickly. Alright, so far so good. Alright, so let's see, Boom Orb, Spear Orb. Oh right, they sell Power Wrists in this shop right here, I forgot. I totally forgot they sell Power Wrist in the Pandora 2 shop here. Yeah, so we grab... I could just grab 3, honestly. And I think we are fine for now. Give one to the boy, give one to the sprite here. That way we can do a little bit more damage. Alright, we already checked girl, there's nothing on her. Alright, let's see what we got down here. Spear Orb. Okay, there's gnome, that's nice. 600 bucks. And, okay, there's the girl. Undini. And Salamander. Okay, so this treasury was actually really stacked. And the girl came with the whip apparently, which is super nice. Alright, so let's see. I need to get her some armor right now. How much money do I have? 1,300. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna grab a kung fu dress for her real quick. Yeah, we'll grab this, and we're just gonna sit on that for now. I'm gonna get some herbs and candies as well. This is Defense Refactor, so we will be taking damage no matter what. Alright, so... before we continue with early game, we're gonna go and grab a golden tiara real fast for Prim here. I might just get one for the sprite too, since I'm here. And that way she'll have a helmet on. I don't have too much money right now. Yeah, we'll grab this. Yeah, we'll grab 2 of these, sure, why not? Okay, so we sew this, sew that, and we can sew this. Also going to forge the whip here, since we have just enough money to do it. Okay, chain whip. Okay, boy, you don't need anything. No, you do though. Give you that. You already have that. You already have that. You can have this, and we should be okay. Actually, let me check and see what's on this whip. Okay. Ooh, strength giant. All right, that's actually really nice. And she can use that for now. All right, so we got a couple of elementals out of that as well, which is spiffy. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually going to go to Sunken Continent here. Since we do have the whip, we can check and see what else is required. Because we know silver is required. We have, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast one of these. We know that 5 elementals are required, and we do have a couple more elementals under our belt. So let's see what else we can learn here. Okay, shade. Alright, shade's required. We know shade is late. Best case scenario, shade is sitting in here. Okay, ooh, salamander. Okay. We can pop this orb right now. Shade, Salamando is required. Undini also required. Oh, baby. Okay. This is looking good actually because we're getting really good information here. Shade? No. Okay. Unfortunate. And gnome. All right then. So we know what we need for Grand Palace already. So basically, we only need to find Sylphid and Shade to get go mode because we have a cutting weapon and we have the whip. All right, let's go back to early game. I'm not going to check late game areas just yet because I want to clear out early game. We don't know where Sylphid is, so once we find Sylphid, then we can fully check late game areas. Not to mention, late game areas right now are going to be a little bit hard to check because we don't have the axe. All right, let's save. And Shade could possibly be axe locked for all we know. All right, let's check this. We go freeze here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Shade is probably the last thing I'll go after because it is possible that Shade is axe locked. It's very possible Shade is axe locked, which means we'll need to find the axe first. Okay, Sword Orb and ooh, Light Seed though. Light Seed. We know Luna's not required now. And Shade could also be at Gold Isle too. Alright, Jab Orb. I'm trying to think what the best play here is. Okay, nothing on Elder. And Luna for Earth Palace. We're gonna go ahead and drop a save here. Our main concern right now is finding Sylphid. Buffy? Yeah. Alright, Buffy, let's see. Got him. We can also check the hints on Jock and Check as well and see if they can provide us with any information. Alright, Axe Orb, Bow Orb, nothing. Reset. One thing about Defense Refactor is we really don't want to be scaling these enemies too fast. Because, like I said earlier, we will be taking damage from pretty much everything. Tropicala. Yeah, okay. I doubt this is even going to do much here. 200 damage is not bad. Dead. Alright, so we're looking pretty good right now. We just need to find Sylphid. We know that Shade is late. Although, getting Luna would make my fights easier, though. Although we don't need Luna, Luna would make my boss fights go by so much faster. Alright, Boom Orb. Okay, there's the Moon Seed. We'll keep that. We're gonna go ahead and grab the Magic Orb chest here. Ow. Alright, Jab Orb. Kill these real quick. We know the gloves on Gold Isle. Gotta be. We have the Light Seed, we have the key. I don't think Shade is there. I mean, there's a very small chance he's there, but I don't think he's there. Okay, we save and then check Undini's cave here. We're gonna full clear early game. And the reason why we're fully clearing early game is, well, the main reason is to look for Sylphid, because we have no idea where Sylphid is. So we pretty much have to blind check him and hope we get lucky. Ooh, I wonder if we can just get money from these. I wonder. Nope. Of course not. Okay. That should be it, right? Yeah. Alright, Jab Orb. Level 8. Nothing, and Spear Orb. Alright, reset. Alright, so nothing there. I suppose we can check the Witch's Castle for the necessary hint. Because maybe, just maybe, we might get lucky and get a hit for Sylphid. Maybe. At this point, I doubt it, but you never know. Because once we find Sylphid, we can start looking for Shade. And that's assuming Sylphid's not, you know, late game as well. But yeah, going to Grand Palace and learning pretty much everything that's required was really huge. Alright. We check Spiky Tiger's spot, see what he has. It's unfortunate that chest was right there, and it was checked. Alright, whip level 1. 700 gold, we take that. We take that as well. Alright, let's see what this says. No more hints. Oh boy, okay. That's unfortunate. So, in other words, we have everything that the necessary hint pertained to. Alright, axe beak. There we go. I'm kind of glad we got that 1400 gold too, because I kind of want to forge my sword again. Our armor's okay for now. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, there's Dryad and a Javelin. Okay, Dryad's nice. Not necessary for Grand Palace, but we'll take her. I'll always take Dryad. Alright, play me out. Okay, I think my next stop. I think my next stop is Gold Isle. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and forge my sword again. Alright. Ooh, okay, strength and dryad damage. Yeah, we take that for sure. Alright, we're gonna drop a save and see. Well, we know the glove is here though, so I'm not saving necessarily to save split. I'm saving just, you know, to save my progress. Alright, 800 bucks. Okay. Alright, so we just got our money back from forging. Hexes. Okay, hexes we need to be careful around because this is Defense Refactor. And I should probably try to change your element here if I can. Because we really don't want her doing Pigment's Glare. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Wow. I don't know, man. I might have low vote with Sprite with one of those spells. I don't know. Possible. Okay, so our glove should be here in the Light Palace somewhere. It could be in the next chest, or it's probably sitting at the Light Sea pedestal. I highly doubt Shade is here. Okay, 2,000 bucks, sure, we take that. Okay. I know I have Dryad, but I'm gonna wait until I get Luna. Because I am gonna go for Luna. I don't know what happened there. For a minute there, I thought my PC froze or something. Thank goodness it didn't. Because that would have been bad. Alright, let's see. 2,000 bucks. I'm most likely going to upgrade everyone to raccoon caps, maybe? Or quilted hoods. Okay, so our gloves should be here. Yep, there it is. And a boomworm. Okay. Let's rope one out of here. I could force those gloves, honestly. I mean, girl's got a strength weapon. She's not really using it, though. I do like the gloves on her, though. Not to mention, we need to climb up the wall anyway, so. Alright, let's see. Hyperfist. Titansmith. Let's keep going. Ancestors. We'll check that out, see what it is. Con Stone. Stone is nice. I'm kind of gambling now. I'm gonna be sad, aren't I? Alright, Death Reach. Ooh, okay, so we kept the stone property, thank goodness. Alright, so let's attempt to get Luna. And Luna's going to be out of logic because we don't have Lumina. We know Lumina is somewhere in Northtown, but she's on one of the bosses. Okay, but I do need to get this glove to level 1 before I do, nope, not that, before I do anything. And now these guys should be a little bit easier to kill. There we go. So we're just gonna walk in and out of here until our gloves get to level 1. I could wait till level 2, but we're not going to. Ow. You good? Yeah. There we go. Alright, so getting Luna here is out of logic right now. Oh, there she is. Okay. Luna in the first chest. That's what we want to see. I guess I can check this orb. Why not? I mean, we don't know what Sophic is. Oh, Dryad. Okay. Sure. We might look out. And Sophic could be in here. I don't know. I mean, okay, there's the bow. We don't care about that. Ow. $1,100. Trap. You, Missy, need to cast speed up on the boy. Speed up's level 2. Yeah, we'd be in a much better position if we can find Sophic. Alright, let's get out of here. Sophic's not here. And we know that the Fire Seed pedestal has the Midge Mallet, so we don't need to go back into Fire Palace for anything. We did get some cash out of this, so I think what I'm gonna do now is stop by Kokara and upgrade my armor here. Our weapons are fine for now. We got a stone weapon on the girl, strength weapon on the boy, and Sprite has an ent weapon, so we're good. I might just go Tiger Caps here. Okay, get that. We'll grab this for the boy. Yeah, we can go Tiger Caps on it. I don't feel like going to Northtown though, so we're just gonna get these. And call it a day. And we might upgrade to Tiger Caps later on, I don't know. Alright, go ahead and sell all these off. This is a weird situation we're in because we know Shade is late and I do want to check late game areas, but the problem is we don't know where Sophic is. And Shade could be axe locked for all we know. So at this point, I think I play for check density here. We have Luna, we have Dryad. Yeah, I think I play for check density. I'm thinking about going to Pure Land here. Yeah, let's do it. Because we have to blind check Sophic anyway. Alright, Sprite, I need to get your Luna magic up. For sure. Go ahead and get this up to level 2. we got? Okay. This is fine. Hit this. He might be dead here. Most likely he is. No, he's not. There we go. Yeah, I mean, we just have to blind check Sophic here. We don't know where he is. Okay, there's the boomerang. Earth seed on sunken continent. Oh, more salamander magic, you say. I'm down. Dead. Oh wow, Sophic is here. Ew. That is ugly. Okay. Now we want to clear our peel in because we need to look for shade. And if shade is here as well, then we're in go mode. So basically, we want to check only late game areas at this point. We don't care about anything else. Alright, made descent. What are you two? Oh, Prim, are you okay? He might be dead here. Nope. Get away from him. Axe-Wing Spock actually has a decent amount of attack power. Compared to other spots here in Pure Land. I think Thunder Giga Spot has the highest amount of attack power though. Alright, Boom Orb and nothing. Okay. Alright, so now we just need to find shade. And we know that shade is late. Alright, Red Dragon. Alright, we got you. Oh, wait. We did not level, apparently. There we go. I will say that this is an interesting seed here. Kind of stinks that we only have 2 seeds though. Alright, Jab Orb and the Javelin. We knew the Javelin was here because of a hint earlier that we got. Alright, we are still looking for shade. And shade is literally all we need to get go mode right now. Vampire? Yeah. You can burst, sure, why not? We don't have Lumina, unfortunately. Okay. Nah. This should hit 2 here. Yep. You dead? No, you ain't dead yet. Okay. Ah. 38 damage from that sleep ring, though. Oof. Maybe I probably should upgrade to Tiger Caps. Alright, Sword Orb. There's the axe, which is good because that axe might be necessary to find Shade. We don't know that for sure though. I mean, Shade could be in this next spot for all we know. And then the axe won't be required at all. I'm not sure if that charge attack hit him or not. There we go. Alright, so now that we have the axe, we're in a much better position to find Shade. We can literally check every other late game area. If he's not here, I'm going to start with Dark Palace probably. Okay, Axe Orb. Level 16. Let's be careful here. I can't see myself. Where's my boy? Oh, there he is. That's what I hate about Pure Land. You can't see. Sometimes enemies knock you behind the trees and you can't see yourself. One thing I forgot to mention is on a Defense Refactor seed, Undini for the girl becomes much more useful because you are going to be taking damage no matter what armor you're wearing. So having Cure Water around is really nice in case you get into trouble. We haven't had to use it yet though, but it is there if we need it. Alright, Mana Tree has 2,000 bucks for us. Let's see how much money we have. I might just upgrade the Tiger Caps here, maybe. Oh yeah, we have 11k. Actually, let's see. I'm probably gonna invest in a circuit for Sprite here. Now, unfortunately, since this is vanilla shops, we don't get access to the Ruby Armet. I could get one for the boy too. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not gonna really matter that much, honestly. I could grab these, but they're not necessary, since we know that there's no trap flowers or anything of that nature in the seed, although it could be helpful against things that can put us to sleep, like bosses, so maybe I should invest in some of those. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely upgrade the girl with the Tiger Cap here in a second. Just gotta watch my money here. Need at least 1100 for it. We should be okay. Yep, we're good. And we can sell these power wrists now. I mean, we don't need them that much anymore. I mean, Sprite's doing the heavy lifting as usual. The IV amulets are basically there just to protect us from sleep, from, you know, bosses. Any bosses that have any unconscious attacks, like mech riders, things of that nature. Tigers, they can knock you unconscious. Minotaurs, stuff like that. We're gonna stop by Northtown real fast and get a tiger cap for the girl, and then I think we go to Dark Palace here. Yeah, we're just trying to upgrade as we go. We don't want to be taking too much damage at a time, because defense still does matter, even on Defense Refactor. There we go. And we'll invest in a couple of walnuts just in case. And we'll go ahead and sell the raccoon cap here. That's for you. Like I said, we don't have access to the ruby armet since all the shops are vanilla. Ruby armet was... I guess it was supposed to be sold at Mandala, but it never made the cut into Vanilla Secret of Mana, so that's why it's not there. Alright, let's check Dark Palace. Let's look for Shade. And keep in mind, Shade could also be behind one of the late game pedestals as well, like the Moonseed Ped, the Dryad Seed Ped. We already checked the Light Seed Ped earlier. Heaven forbid he's sitting behind the Dark Seed pedestal and I don't have the damn Dark Seed. Okay, there's the Wind Seed. That's not gonna help us find Shade. At least I hope not. Okay, Axe has a gulp on it, which is pretty nice. Go ahead and open that up. Whip out. Ooh, wow. Fire Seed and the Wind Seed in the Dark Palace. Interesting. I would check doppelgangers, but there's better checks I can do right now. So let's check. Can we check Moon Palace? I think we can. We have the Moon Seed and we have Luna. So yeah, let's check Moon Palace. And Shade could be here. There's two checks here. And we'll go ahead and swap back to our sword here. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting seed. And I'm curious how other runners are going to route this seed. But I'll talk more about that in my synopsis at the end. Alright, Miss Luna, we need you to, you know, let us in your house here. And she's very forgetful of her keys as of late. Alright, what do we got? Shade? No. Okay, there's the Moogle Belt though. We don't want that. I could reset, but there's no need to. Alright, so Shade not there. I'm thinking... Okay, let me sleep first, because Missing some HP here. Let's sleep real quick. While I think on where to go next, I'm thinking Sunken Continent. I'm thinking Sunken Continent. Honestly, I could probably turn in the Wind Seed here, because we did get that out of the Dark Palace, and that might lead to something. Alright, girlie, I need you to cast something here. That's on all of us. Yeah. Ow. Dead. Shade could be in a really rude spot. We just have to put together the pieces of the puzzle here. I know this is probably a bad check because we know Shade is late, but the thing is, we don't have the Dryad Seed nor the Dark Seed, and Shade could be sitting behind one of those pedestals. It's very possible. Alright, Wind Palace has Whip Orb and nothing. Okay. We're not gonna level up magic here. We don't need to. I think Sunken Continent has to be the only option here. I mean, there's doppelgangers, yeah, but I would rather check Sunken Continent at this point. We haven't even touched this place yet. Well, we kind of did earlier, but... let's see. I highly doubt he's in Sunken City because we know that the Water Seed's in Sunken City due to a hint earlier. I mean, he could be. He could be in Sunken City. There's a low chance that he's in Sunken City, though. Oh, brother. Should probably stop opening chests at this point, too. Or he could be right here. Okay, there's the Earth Seed. Oh, brother, no way. Is it going to be one of those chains where it's like Earth Seed and the Dryad Seed or something silly like that? Or Dark Seed? I hope it's not. Go ahead and level this up a bit. Ooh. Mech 3. Alright. Gotta chain cast properly here if I can. That's 3. There we go. Too early. Yeah, we messed up there. Okay, here comes wall. So we're gonna go ahead and do this instead. Just gonna rely on the void here. Goes over there, getting smacked up. Fighting Mech 3 without Shade is always annoying. I mean, yeah, you can get rid of his wall by casting stuff like, I don't know, Analyzer on him. Something non-lethal to get rid of his wall charges. Yeah, you can do that, but that actually takes longer. Alright, Bozorb. Ooh, okay, Shade's not there. Oh, wow. Okay, so we know the Water Seeds at Kettle Ken now. Yeah, I'm thinking Shade is sitting at a root spot. He's gotta be sitting at a root spot. I actually don't want to forge anything. We're good. Only reason why I'm going after the Water Seed is because there is a chance that the Water Seed could lead us to something else. We still don't have the Dark Seed or the Dryad Seed. And Shade could be behind either one of those. So right now we're banking on either the Water Seed or the Earth Seed leading to progression here. Which I'm willing to bet that's the case, but I could be dead wrong and Shade could be sitting at Doppelgangers for all we know. So that's literally the only reason why I'm chasing this. Because otherwise, if I had the Dryad Seed or the Dark Seed, I wouldn't be chasing this at all. Okay. Oh, she got crit. Alright, friend. Gotta bust out Cure Water here. Yeah, like I said earlier, Cure Water becomes much more useful when you're running a Defense Refactor seed. Because you will always take damage. And now that I think about it, I probably should have gone for Lumina. Because maybe Lucid Barrier could have been helpful here, I don't know. I'm just gonna run through here. This is definitely a weird seed. Tiger. Do that. I need you two to cast something. Okay. You should be dead, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so what haven't we checked? Doppelgangers, Dark Seed Pedestal, Dryad Seed Pedestal, Hexes, Watermelon. Okay, yeah, there's our Water Seed. We knew that was there from a process of elimination. Okay. Is the Dryad Seed at Hexes? No, I have to check these seeds actually. We're gonna check water seed first. As soon as I find the dang water palace, we're gonna check this first. It could be that either the earth seed or the water seed leads to another seed. It could be. It's strongly pointing towards that. But there is that off chance that shade is sitting at somewhere like watermelon or behind Hexaspot or behind doppelgangers. Or no matter how we look at it, shade is sitting in a rude spot right now. We just gotta find out where. Alright, so we're gonna save split water palace and see what we get. Okay. Not too far away. Dead. I think he's dead though. Yeah. Yeah, my sprite was sitting too far back there for those fireballs to hit him instantly. Alright, see, what do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Okay, speed orb. Orb. Ooh, that's huge. Okay. We save here. Reason why I'm saving here is because if the Dryad Seed is a bust, then we'll revert our save and then check Earth Palace for the Dark Seed. The Dark Seed could be behind the Dryad Seed too. It could be. This ain't hard complexity, but it's definitely feeling like it. Not to mention we can check Hexes and Watermelon while we're here, so I think this is the right play. Oh, you're back, huh? Oh, so be it. Yeah, we check Dryad Seed pedestal, see what it is. If it's nothing, we reset, check Earth Palace. If it's the Dark Seed, we check the Dark Seed pedestal. Okay, Shade's here. Oh, brother. Alright, rope out. So, Shade was behind the Dryad Seed pedestal, which meant we needed to go to Sunken City to grab the Water Seed, turn that in to get the Dryad Seed, and then turn in the Dryad Seed to get Shade. Oh my gosh. Alright, we need to hit this first room because this first room is a Shade room. Yeah. Alright, so we are officially in go mode now. We already hit that room over there earlier, so we don't have to do that. I think we just need to hit right side rooms here. And before we could even get the Water Seed, we had to get the axe, which was in Pure Land. Alright, Salamando. So, Pure Land was required as well. already hit this room over here, didn't we? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, because that was a known room too. Okay. So it should be just one room left then. Alright, we're gonna swap over to the boomerang real quick. Or the bow, that works too. Hit that. Somebody. Never mind. Alright. Go ahead and reset or refresh our speed up here. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how the others routed this seed though. Still fit, okay. You can cast this on the shore. I don't think we routed this seed too bad. Come on, you two. Getting smacked up by bunnies over there. Now, these bunnies are getting quite dangerous here. A little bit. Hexes is vampire. Okay. Sickness dryad on you. That doesn't kill, I think. No. Please. Oh, energy absorb. Ow! 75. Interesting. 75 damage. Depending on how much money I have, I might need to upgrade to Ruby Vest maybe. Okay, no level up there. Alright, bow orb and another bow orb. Sprite 6 MP. Okay, we're good. Alright, Killboy. Yeah, depending on how much money I have, I probably should upgrade at least the girl and the sprite. I attempt to anyway. Okay, this should be money right here. Yeah, 1800. All right. Okay, Mana Fortress unlocked. How much money do we have here? Oh, we have 15k. Okay, so we can probably go... Can we go Tiger Suit? Probably not, because I think I need like 20k for 2 Tiger Suits and a Tiger Bikini. So we're actually gonna go Ruby Vest here. Yeah, I think I'll go Ruby Vest here. At least for the Golden Spur. I should have enough for 3. I think Ruby Vests are, what, 4,500? Yeah, 4,500. I should have enough for 3. Yeah, we do. And we'll grab some more of these. I'm actually going to grab some cups just in case anyone goes down in the fortress. Just in case. Let's see, we can sew these off. Yeah, this is where I kind of wish I had a Ruby Armband for the girl, but we can't get access to Ruby Armband on this particular seed, so she has to stick with the Tiger Cap instead. Her next helmet upgrade is actually the Unicorn Helm, which is, I think, 5,600. Honestly, I probably could have bought one, but that's alright. Alright, let's go to the fortress. Yeah, definitely a weird seed to route. Alright, we're going to be spamming Dispel here for a little bit. Ow, dang bunnies. These bunnies are getting a little bit brutal. Just a little bit. Another reason I want to spam Dispel here is to freeze these rabites in place for a little bit, so I can run by them without taking damage. Just gotta watch my MP here. And we're gonna do a magic absorb here. Alright, this guy. As usual, Lady Dryad destroys everything. She is one powerful tree spirit, especially when she's level 6. Alright. So we're most definitely not sub 130 in this seed because we just hit the 130 mark. Go ahead and keep doing this actually. If anything, to kill the next boss even faster. We can stop there, sure. Okay. You should be dead, right? Yep. I was thinking about casting wall, but there's no need to because our shade is level 4, so no point. We only cast wall on Dread Slime when we can't kill him quickly. Level 23. Ugh. All right. I don't need to do this, but I'm only doing this because I want to get my characters. Get my characters to the next area safely without them taking a bunch of damage from these things. Because these rabites are probably gonna hurt now. More than likely. I messed that targeting up right there. Alright, we're good. Okay, hexes. I want to move up to this spot up here. Let's see if I can get her to change element. But the last thing I want her doing is Pignus Glare. Mana Beast, and we don't have Lucid Barrier. I might need to cast Defender for this next fight. We'll see. We're gonna try to kill him before he gets to that point, though. Alright, we have... Okay, we didn't level after that last fight either, which is unfortunate. We get 2 here. Oh, I'm actually gonna use Analyzer here. Got him. I think Analyzer is a little bit different timing. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Alright, GG. GG. Wow, this seed was interesting. Very interesting seed. And Shade was just in a voodoo spot. Well, not even a voodoo spot, it was just we had to actually work to get to him. Because the Dryad Sea Pedestal is not really a rude spot in general, but the way we had to get him was pretty rude, I have to say. All right, so we get 136.53 is our time. Honestly, I feel as though that could have been a little bit better. But I chose to play a little bit more carefully than aggressively, because Defense Refactor is a thing that you always have to keep your mind on, especially late game when enemies have scaled up. I mean, it's different when you're dealing with, you know, level 1, level 2 rabites versus level 20 plus rabites. Eventually the enemies are going to get to the point where they will do enough damage to your team to make you respect them. And if you don't respect them, then they'll just kill you. So we had to make sure that we didn't, you know, get killed by these enemies. But I mean, that's what Defense Refactor does. I mean, it nerfs armor to the point where it's not an automatic I take no damage button, especially early. But it's more like, okay, you're going to take damage if you have good armor early. I mean, you'll take what, single digit damage, which is fine. But the only thing that really does is it, you know, you take damage, it sets you back a bit, costs you time, of course. It's one of the main reasons why I tend to go for armor, is so I don't waste a lot of time running through dungeons. I don't waste a lot of time getting hit, because especially when you're solo, it's especially apparent when you're solo, because if you're taking damage a bunch and you're solo, then you just lose a lot of time, especially when enemies are ganging up on you. And rabites are a specific type of enemy that can gang up on you. Not like, you know, werewolves or anything like that, but they can gang up on you. So you don't want that to happen. Anywho, this seed was definitely interesting to run. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the other runners have routed the seed and see what they did. So we started off with the sprite, and as I said earlier, sprite starts on Defense Refactor seeds are really rough because you literally do 0 damage. The enemies have Defense Refactor as well, so you end up doing less damage to them in general until you start leveling up and you start getting better weapons and whatnot. Then you start dealing damage to them. But early on, especially with a sprite start, without a strength weapon, you're doing literally nothing. So that's why we had to just flat out avoid everything early on until we got some money and other characters. We found the boy rather early, who came with a spear. That was nice. We did freebies, which we found a decent chunk of cash, which got us set up with some armor. And then after our freebies run, I decided to go for early game checks. We didn't have much to work with aside from a level 3 sword, I think, and a level 2 spear from the sprite. So I figured, you know what, let's just do ruins and see what's in the treasury, and go from there. Full clear the rest of early game, or do as much of early game as we can, and then work our way towards, you know, other checks. Pandora Treasury was absolutely stacked this run. We found Salamander, we found Undini, we found Prim, we found what was it, $600. I think we found, was there a seed there as well? I don't remember if there was a seed there or not. I don't think there was a seed there. We found Gnome too. We found Gnome, Salamander, Undini, the girl, and the girl came with the whip, so that treasury was absolutely stacked. And it turns out those specific 3 elementals, Gnome, Undine, and Salamander, were all required for Grand Palace. Now, going to Grand Palace when I did was absolutely huge because we learned everything we needed to learn. We knew that we needed 5 elementals. We already knew Sylphid was required before we even stepped foot in the treasury. So that was one element. And then once we walked in there and figured out, oh, we also need Undine, we have her. We need Gnome, we have him. We need Salamander, we have him. And then we learned that Shade was required as well. So that was all 5 elementals required. So then it's just go look for Sylphid and Shade, because we already have a cutting weapon. We started with a cutting weapon actually. And then the girl came with the whip, so we don't have to look for the whip. We already have a cutting weapon, so let's go look for Sylphid and Shade. Now we got a hint saying that Shade was late. Now the thing is with late game areas, as I mentioned during the run, some late game areas are axe locked. Dark Palace is axe locked. Doppelgangers is axe locked. Sunken City is axe locked. All those places are axe locked. So I'm thinking, okay, there's a chance that I might need the axe. So if we can find the axe, then we will be in a much better position to find Shade anyway. Sylphid, we didn't have a clue where Sylphid was. But I figured, you know what? Let's just go to Pure Land and see what we come up with. Maybe Shade is there. Maybe Shade's in a good spot that we don't have to, you know, work hard for it. But unfortunately we did. We stumbled upon Sylphid in the Pure Land, which was probably the best case scenario because Sylphid could have been anywhere and we had no idea where he was. So thank goodness we stumbled upon Sylphid in Pure Land. We also stumbled upon the axe in Pure Land, which was nice because the axe gives us more access to late game checks, which means better chances to find Shade. Now, you may be wondering why I went for Luna. Well, I mean, let's think about it. We're not farming money much, and I don't have walnuts. We know where Luna is, and we know that the glove was in the gold tower. We got hints for the glove being on an island. We already checked Turtle Island. We already checked Lighthouse. So what's the other island in the game? Gold Isle. So I thought to myself, okay, you know what? I could go for Lumina, but we know Lumina, after checking freebies, we know Lumina was on a boss. Lumina could have been sitting at Metal Mantis or Mech 2, or Lumina could have been sitting at Vampire or Doomswall. It's going to take a little bit more time to go for Lumina than it is to get to the glove. Not to mention, we never found out, or we didn't find out what that second Fire Palace orb was until later. So there was a chance that even if we had Lumina, we go in there and pop that first orb, we could get walled by the second orb. So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the glove instead, because the glove, number 1, is faster to get to. Number 2, we can possibly get Luna out of logic. And thankfully, I mean, yeah, we run into a similar situation with the glove as well, that we can't get past that second orb. But thankfully, we had Dryad, and that allowed us to get past the second orb. Luna was in the first chest. That Dryad orb didn't really matter in the end anyway, but you never know because Luna could have been sitting behind that Dryad orb for all we know. But thankfully she wasn't. And yeah, I mean, Luna just makes boss fights faster in general. You don't have to worry about walnuts. If we have to, we can use moon energy with the boy. We have a level 4 sword, so that's the only reason why I went for Luna. So we found the axe, we found Sylphid and Pure Land, and then I'm thinking, okay, let's check late game areas. Starting with the Dark Palace, because the Dark Palace obviously is axe locked. Shade could be in one of the chests, who knows? But we found 2 seeds in the Dark Palace, the Wind Seed and I believe the Fire Seed as well. Fire Seed wasn't necessary. We knew what was at the Fire Palace pedestal. Wind Seed potentially could have been holding progression. So that's why I checked Wind Seed after that. And then I decided to check Moon Palace. Shade wasn't there. Doppelgangers could have been holding Shade, but Doppelgangers is a pretty, I mean, it's not that long of a check. It just takes a little bit to get to, and it's only one check. So Doppelgangers is one of those checks that either I have a hunch if there's something being there, or I have a hint that there's something there, or I'll just save it for last, because it's only one check. So I decided to go for a Sunken Continent instead because we exhausted all the other late game checks. We knew that the Water Seed was on Sunken Continent due to a hint. We knew the Earth Seed was on Sunken Continent due to a hint. So we knew that Sunken Continent also had 2 seeds. Now, at that point, we did not have the Dryad Seed nor the Dark Seed, and Shade could have been sitting behind either one of those pedestals, and he was. So Sunken City ended up being required since it had the Water Seed. Water Seed led to the Dryad Seed, and the Dryad Seed led us to Shade, which honestly is kind of rude, but it's Randomizer, it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how other runners ran this seed and what they did. I feel as though I didn't do too bad on this seed. Routing it, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I took the best route, but I don't think I took the most optimal route. But I mean, sometimes you do, but you get the opportunity to take the most optimal route, but sometimes you can't, and sometimes you don't rather. But anywho, 136.53 is our time. I'm gonna actually put this in right now because I might not have time later to do it. So let us do just that. Like I said earlier, it is Sunday as I'm recording this video. So there is a chance that other runners have finished this seed already. Alright, so 136.53. Alright, let's see what we are looking at here. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So currently only one other runner has finished the seed and they got a 135.04. I'm not surprised because it's like I said, I don't think I routed this as optimally as I wanted to, and I don't think that the plays I made were, or some of the plays I made were good at the time being. Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is, It is what it is. And I did mention this earlier that this definitely could have been done faster. But it was a really interesting seed to run, so yeah. So that's it for the seed of the week number 205. 136.53 is our time. What else can I say about the seed? Not much really. I mean, I think it comes down to when the runner goes to Pure Land and finds both Sylphid and the Axe, because I think that is really what allows the player to fully check all the other late game areas. Once you find that Axe, then all late game areas are as good as open. I mean, as long as you have the whip too, which we did. So yeah, I feel as though we may have went to Pure Land a little bit too late, and probably, I guess I have to say that I might have lost time going for Luna maybe. I don't feel I did, but it is what it is. Sometimes Rando giveth and sometimes Rando taketh away. That's just how it is. All right, anyway, I will see you guys next time.